All right, mini bike action. John here. So I'd start off with some views of my bike now that it's got all the Grom plastic on there. I mean, it really prettied her up putting that stuff on there. The old stuff was looking pretty shabby, but this new stuff, the paint work is beautiful. You can tell there's no crap in the paint when they sprayed it, no pieces of hair or bugs stuck in it. These parts here look good. The tones between the two parts are a little bit different, just a slight different. I think it looks cool because it adds more dimension to the parts. The lighting's not very good over here, and I'm sorry about that. Once again, I got terrible lighting. I got my single exhaust all done. Got that on there. I did the loop thing on the bottom like I talked about in my other videos. I tucked it all up inside there, all clean. Let's go up, let's go up. It's all bolted down, everything. So that's tight. This bracket up here, this is all clean and tight. This mount, everything's bolted down, doesn't move around. So yeah, that was a lot of work. That took me like 3 days to get all this. I still have to do a little cleanup. And then I'm going to paint this section black. And I actually thought about wrapping it, but I just don't like the way wrap looks. But I thought about just wrapping this section and then maybe putting one of those little aluminum guards over it to keep any heat away from your feet. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think that I'm going to run into anything. I've been riding it and I haven't noticed any issue, with heat. So yeah, I got that. I got the swing arm bushings in, the bronze bushings. Noticeable improvement the way they tighten up the feel of the bike. You can feel it as soon as you go out and ride it, and then as you ride the bike more, you start realizing and getting used to how much more solid it feels. No harshness. I was worried about harshness, but there isn't any. I mean, most all your motorcycles have either a bearing in here. Most of them have needle bearings now. So kind of weird that the Grom still has those rubber bushings that Honda started off with all those years ago. The engine, this T-bolt kit, it held up like a champ. Just lap after lap of just flat out riding with this thing, and not any problems with it. Just ran and ran and ran. I changed the oil after each session when I would go for 3 days. I changed the oil after that, checked the valves. I did have to do a little adjusting after the first race. The second one didn't really move them at all, so that was cool. My hydraulic clutch stood up to it all day, just shifting the way on that thing. Nice 2-finger clutch, which is just what you want on the racetrack. So that held up really nice. The foot pegs, I did crash a couple times, and all it did to these rear sets was it broke off. It didn't broke off, it bent the bolt here. And as it turns out, I just straightened the bolt because I haven't found one that length. So I straightened it. And then what I ended up doing was I found these flip-up pegs. So in case I ever dump it again, I don't plan on dumping it, but so those are kind of cool. Yep, the shock. You guys remember this if you know my other videos, that this was a remote reservoir shock, and it is a remote reservoir shock. The only thing is what I did was I took and ran the reservoir. I ran the hose under and around, and the reservoir is tucked up into the frame under the gas tank. And I can reach right up on this side. It's no problem at all to reach right up here and adjust it. Let's see, it's right there. So I just reach in, click, click, move it up or down. It's mounted solid in there. It's not hanging out here somewhere and mounted on with some bracket or mount. I just think that looks cleaner that way. I don't need to have that stuff showing. So there it is. Like I was saying, all the Grom plastics, they all screw in and go in just like the Vader plastics. You could just buy just this part, just the painted part, and put on your old Vader bottom half if you wanted to. Mine were disintegrating where they bolted on. They were just disintegrating, so I had to put these on. I'm glad I did though, because they really add some neat color dimension. When you look at the bike from different angles, you can't see it in this light. I found some of these on AliExpress for like half the price. These frame pieces for at least half the price of the eBay stuff. Had to get this on eBay, and I'm still waiting for my little cowl piece that goes on the back here. Kept the stock battery tray, and that's going to make me have to do some funny thing back here with the cowl, maybe, I don't know, but I'm just going to keep the stock battery tray. I'm not going to worry about changing it out. This new pipe definitely brought out a little more power out of the bike, noticeable. I was able to even go up another jet size, so yeah, I was happy about that. So anyway, yeah, I'm just really stoked about how pretty that Honda plastic makes the bike look. It looks like it's practically brand new now, and it's been holding up. I went ahead and bought some of those bearings for the Grom wheel bearings, because I noticed maybe one of mine was having a problem. Got the bronze bushings in there. They really stiffened and tightened up the ride. The swing arm's not wobbling and wiggling all over back there. I can't wait to try that on the track. But they turned out all right, not hard to do. Yeah, that's about it for now. I just wanted to give you guys a video and tell you that the Vader withstood all that beating, all that thrashing that it took from the track. I mean, I was prepared for this thing to blow up, and it's running just as strong now as it was before. To me, in fact, it's stronger now with this pipe. So we'll see how much longer that baby runs. I'm probably going to put a new piston in here pretty quick. You know, you're supposed to do that after so many hours of run time. Maybe I'll just get the cylinder and piston kit. It's not that much. I might go that route. We'll see how the crankshaft is and all that. That stuff's holding up, and we're good to go. So anyway, I hope you like my videos. If you go back and you check them, there's some useful information about some of the parts that fit this bike and where to get them. Don't have a lot of links, but I do tell where to get them at. I'm really proud of my bike, how it's turned out, and how it's the progression of what's happened with it. You know, where it went from just a stock bike to slightly modified to modified, and then to going fully modified, and actually going out and racing it. And then now it's got a new life with this new bodywork on it. This bike keeps fascinating me all the time. You know, I don't know if I've ever had another bike that keeps me as fascinated as this bike does. I like how that pipe looks too. Sits up there like that. Tucks up nice and clean, nice and tight around the frame and stuff. Anyway, that's it for now, you guys. Take it easy. Vader later.